Hey yo, I'm Gabri from Benthos.
I'm Alessandro.
And you're listening to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience podcast.
The Metal Teddy Bear Experience has begun.
And welcome back to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience right now. This is your host, Chris. With me, I got Jesse. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? How's it going, guys?
He has a new background today for a new episode. On episode 46, we are joined by Benthos. What's up, guys? How you doing today?
Hey yo, guys. It's cool here.
So we also do this on an audio only platform, so people can't see you right now. So for those people, can you introduce yourself, say what you do in the band?
Okay. Yeah, I'm Gabri, and I play guitar in Benthos, and I write the stuff, also the lyric stuff, and he is Alessandro.
Yeah, I'm Alessandro. I play the drums. I write some lyrics and the drum parts for Benthos. Yeah.
Cool. So we have the main songwriters of the band right now.
Yeah.
Mainly him, but
I wrote the majority of the stuff of the album, but he also helped me to write the rhythmic parts, and but also the other guys helped a lot. Helped us a lot with the composing, the songwriting.
Yeah, we have the bassist Alberto that does from the start the bass lines. And then the singer writes his own vocal lines with all the backing vocals and stuff like that. And then we have the last guitarist, Enrico, that does all the production and atmospheric feeling to the song.
He works a lot for the tones of the sound.
Yeah, which is so important for, I mean, music in general, but especially for progressive metal, you know? Exactly. So I'm going to drop the album right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but is it just two? Is that just two, right? All right. So you guys dropped two. Well, I wasn't sure, like, you know, maybe it's something else, but yeah, but two, it dropped April 23rd via Eclipse Records. Congratulations on this debut record, man. It was great. Me and Jesse loved it. I mean, I hear so many different types of influences, different, like Between the Bear to Me, Stellar Circuits, The Contortionist, you know. And I know Jesse was raving about all the tracks as well.
Thanks a lot,
guys.
I
found it really interesting. The rhythms were very interesting. It kept me, like, a lot of songs just punch you in the face immediately, which is very interesting rhythms. And it's just like, it's really like in the middle too. Like, it's not like crazy enough to like push you away, but it's like crazy enough to be like, dude, what's kind of going on? But it's really groovy at the same time. And I'm like, that's kind of what you want with progressive music.
Yeah, what was I searching for? I didn't want to take the spotlight, but also I wanted to do something interesting. So I searched for the sweet spot.
Yeah, which you did a good job too, because that's that's kind of what I think separates a lot of good progressive bands from, like, you know, people trying to do progressive or people like fans of progressive metal and music. Is like, because especially because you have a really good singer in the band. If you're too busy, you're going to take away from the singer, and it's like, it's hard because that, you know, he's amazing too, and then you got the guitars that are busy as well, and they're really good. So it's always about finding that balance between all of you. Very talented people. See, look at the compliments; they're falling in.
That's what you do. When you come on to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience, when you come on the show, we just compliment you until you leave. So you're going to get more compliments along the way. So get ready for that. You're going to feel like rock stars. Before we dive like more into the album and the more like meaning behind it and all that, I kind of want to get to know the band Benthos, kind of want to get the history behind everything. So when did you guys start? Can you like tell us how you met and, you know, the story of Benthos?
Yeah, go Gabri.
Okay, Benthos. I think the band born when we, oh my God, it was in the 2017, at the end of 2017, yeah. But we were only me and the other guitarist Enrico. And during the 2018, we wrote the first song that is Back and Forth in the album. And we found Alessandro in one of the worst venues in the world.
Yeah.
And I saw him playing the drums, and I really was, oh my God, this is a drummer. I don't know. I need him in the band. Okay, so I asked him to join the band. He accepted. That's cool. And also after an amazing holiday with our singer, later also the singer joined the band, and we started to writing the stuff all together. And yeah, it's cool. We probably spent 1 year to composing the album and 1 year for recording. But well, meanwhile we we found the virus, yeah. So you know, we recorded the drum stuff in December of 2019.
Before the virus.
Before the first quarantine, yeah. And well, after we remained blocked at home, but we recorded the guitars and the bass at home. Now majority of bands like us now, they are recording a lot of stuff at home. It's cool. We try to do the best with all the stuff that we have. So 1 year to recording the album and 1 year to writing, and now it's out. It's cool.
No, that's awesome too. You said this was written during the lockdown too, and I know there's like a strong meaning behind it too, like opposing dualisms. Is that because of the lockdown, or you guys already had this concept in mind?
No, it was already in mind from the start. I think that it kind of unfolded himself writing the lyrics. We found a common pattern within 2 or 3 lyrics we already wrote, and then we decided for the concept in this way. Yeah. When the virus showed up, the album was already done. The drums were already recorded, and there was only a song to finish. That was Dissolving Flowers.
Dissolving Flowers.
Yeah, the last one of the album. I think that the lyrics weren't ready.
Yeah.
And the vocal part, but all the rest of the album was already done.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So when you guys were writing this record, did you guys have a label in mind? Were you already contacted by Eclipse, or were you ready to send this out to multiple labels and see which ones responded?
We spammed a lot. Yes.
We spammed a lot. After recording the album, we also shoot the videos, and after completing all the stuff, we send all the material to a lot of labels, and we found Eclipse. Yeah. So
we did EPK with a website, sent 100 of emails, and Eclipse responded.
Sweet. Eclipse is a great record to be on. We interview a lot of their bands on the show, so it's really cool to be on that label, and that you guys are on it as well. So congrats right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, from nothing to a label like Eclipse is a lot.
Yeah.
We are very grateful.
Especially when I first found out you guys, this was your first album. Like when I listened to it and looked into you guys, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then also just to get on a record label off your first album, pretty dope. Which is interesting. When you said you recorded the guitars at home, so you were doing that anyways. That wasn't caused by the coronavirus at all, right?
Yeah.
You were just assigned to do that off the bat.
Yeah.
All right, good. Because when you first said that, I was like, oh, that's a bastard. If you guys, because I was gonna ask, like, if recording, during the virus or before the virus, if you had to go from a studio to home, I was like, that's good. Is there anything with recording at home? Is there anything do you get all the tones you want, or is there something that you look forward to maybe going to a studio in the future, especially with now you have a budget from a label like Eclipse?
Okay, well, the thing started, we started to record the guitars at home because we didn't have too much money. This is the truth.
Yeah.
So we say, okay, drums, we want natural drums, so we need to go in a studio. The same thing with the vocals, because we don't have a good room for recording the vocals. But the guitars and the bass, if we can do this by ourselves, it can be good. And yeah, we use the Line 6 Helix, and we try to make good sounds with no money. And yeah, I think it's good. but I hope
fantastic.
to. Oh, thanks. We hope to make to create better sounds in the next days and the next years. I work at home, but maybe for the next record, I would like to use real amps in a studio.
Yeah, because like, you know, I'm a big music fan, but I don't do a lot of recording, obviously. So I don't know the ins and outs of like, I know obviously a lot goes into a studio, but I know a lot of people can get really good sounds from home. So I know like, I don't know like if sometimes like, especially like guys like you who do it yourselves, that there's like sounds that you can't quite get at home that you like look forward to in the future, being like, yeah, when we get that equipment. Because I'm assuming you guys do like cab sims and stuff like that on computer, I'm assuming, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have an interface audio using
fantastic.
the cheapest software ever, and we made the album.
Thank you, Reaper. Bye, Reaper.
Awesome. Shout out to them. Right? We'll have them sponsor the show. So just,
yeah, I'll eventually buy my license, Reaper. By the way, I'm still on trial.
It's like we are.
So, speaking about like just production wise and like doing it yourselves, like, did you guys go to school for this? Did you guys learn it on the fly? Like, how'd you get your chops?
Well, Enrico studied a lot music technology, but he teach me some stuff, but when I never studied how to do it, only with practice.
Yeah, I think that Enrico studied a lot of stuff online, following some famous producer like the Contortionist one. I don't remember the name.
Jamie King.
Yeah, I think that he downloaded some stamps and watched some masterclass with some tutorials and stuff. Learned a lot from it. Yeah.
Or also Jens Bogren, from Fascination Studio, producer of Opeth, Heiken, probably. Yeah.
Damn. Great stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Great stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, was that from the URM Academy? Do you know? I feel like that, like, you watch it like as they produce it, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
All right,
no, I didn't know.
Shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah, they have a thing called Nail the Mix, and it's really cool where they'll get like
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I remember they had like Gojira on there from like my favorite album, and I was like, I want to start music producing just because of this, you know. And same thing with they had Devin Townsend. That was the other one too, because I'm a huge Devin Townsend fan. So when he was on there too, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I watched some of it because they had put like clips online and stuff like that, and I was like, I wish I understood what was going on.
Yeah, he does a lot of material on YouTube with drummers and musicians. He does a lot of pieces. Yeah,
it's nutty. Also, I'd like to say, Chris, when you said I'm a big Devin Townsend fan, you just said that to a progressive metal fan, a band. I feel like everybody's like, yeah, we're all fans of Devin Townsend, Chris. We're in a progressive metal band.
Sure, I imagine like you met someone who's like, nah, I hate them. I hate him.
Actually, the only guy I really hate. I like all their music except for Devin Townsend. Like, what? What?
Oh man. Okay, so just talking more about the band and getting to know you guys, we have a segment called Get to Know the Band. So we're going to ask you a couple of questions and you're going to tell us which band member best answers this question. So the first one up is, who's the funny guy in the band? Who makes everyone laugh?
Alberto.
No, Gabriele.
But he doesn't know it.
Well, we have two really strange, weird characters in the band. Probably Alberto, the bass player, is insane. Insane. He's the boss of Meme, probably. And also our singer, Gabriele, because he's a good sleeper.
Yeah.
He sleep a lot. I don't know how.
12 hours, I think.
He got really the skills for sleeping.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's actually another question we have. Who's the band member most likely to be found sleeping? So you're saying it's the vocalist?
Yeah,
vocalist.
That's great. I mean, actually, usually when we ask this question, it's the drummer. So we actually have a curveball in there right now.
Finally, we broke the mold. Finally, about time.
That's awesome. Okay, next question too. Which band member needs their space? Which one needs their alone time?
I don't think it's a problem with us.
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Nobody. I think nobody. Yeah.
Nobody.
There you go. You guys mesh well then. Okay, next question. Who's the complainer in the band? Who likes to complain? Now, this can be negative or it can be positive. You know what I mean? Like they make everyone laugh with it. So it's you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much. I think you as well. Sometimes.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
What do you guys complain about mostly? Is it different things or the same thing?
No, different things. Sometimes same things. We have
probably for the songwriting.
Yeah.
But not only the songwriting, to do all the things behind the band.
Yeah.
Also the bureaucratic stuff. I don't know. Everything outside the band. I don't know. It's like, guys, we need to meet all together for work on this stuff, to send this email to this guy. Yep. Please, guys, help me sometimes.
We are the one that, how can I say it?
The majority of the stuff, we do it by...
Yeah, promotional stuff, emails, stuff like that. We do it together. Yeah.
So you guys share the business side.
Yeah. Yeah, but about the songwriting, I think that it's like a ping pong. We send versions of the track, and the other one complains. When the two of us stop to complain, the track is over.
Okay. Yeah, every time like this.
Oh, what? Well, that's good. It's better than just being like, yeah, dude, it rains. You're not going to stop hearing me talk. I'm just going to talk. At least you're getting business done. My feet hurt. You're not going to hear me stop talking. God forbid my feet hurt. We got to stop walking now. Can we sit?
Yeah. We can't reach the level we want if we don't complain about stuff. We want the best songs we can create, so it's obvious that we complain.
Of course, yeah, you got to be critical about your craft. You know, you're putting your heart and soul to this. You want to give it your all. I get it. But
maybe also with ourselves. About the next month, I listen to a song I wrote. What is this? I have to redo it. It can happen.
Yeah, well, you explain, like, especially the high quality, especially like you say you record at home and stuff. It would explain a lot of like how you got such a professional sound. Like, I remember hearing some older metal bands kind of talk about it, especially with today's technology. It's like usually you have to suck for like 10 years to get the sound.
Yeah.
And people are coming out the gate with the sound, especially hearing how critical you guys are of yourselves and stuff. It's like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys were lackadaisical, especially in progressive metal, like you can't just like do like, it's like so many talented people in your genre. It's like you gotta have to like dot your I's and in your J's. What's it? Cross your T's and dot your I's. There we go. Go to the next question. Oh no!
That was awesome. Who's the band member who's always hungry? Who always wants to go out and eat?
Angry, really angry. Me probably. Yeah, I will never stop to annoying them.
There we go. Do you cook or anything like that? I know me, I don't cook, but I love eating it.
Yeah,
you and Enrico are
we have the skills. Yeah. Yes. Probably me and Enrico also is a great cooker. Yeah, he's a good chef, especially he cooks a lot of fish, Italian stuff. You know.
Yeah.
But for me it's different because I'm veggie, so they all the time are angry with me, but not hungry.
Not me. Not me. Enrico.
Enrico. Oh no.
Keep up.
That's awesome. Usually too, like, you know, when someone's like, "Oh, you want to go eat?" I'm like, "I just ate, but I'll make room." Right? Like, I'm ready for this. So, well, actually, we were talking about progressive metal and like, you know, the whole scene with like your music and all that too. Is there like a big progressive scene in Italy?
No.
In the 70s, a lot.
Yeah.
In the 70s, a lot, but not too much now. We have a lot of metalcore bands.
Yeah, metalcore and deathcore are
yeah, but
are great in Italy.
also old stuff more like power metal or heavy metal stuff a lot, but not too much proggy stuff.
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Cool.
in Milan there are 3 or 4 progressive metal bands.
Do you enjoy being like the only progressive metal band basically in your, or do you kind of like wish to build a community, hopefully come up with like a few bands, like hopefully inspire a few bands around you maybe to try out the prog stuff?
I think the second one. I think that progressive has some, how can I say, prejudice behind it, because all the metalheads from other genres sometimes says, oh, it's too difficult, it's not catchy. But prog can be catchy. We have seen with some of the latest album from Contortionist, Vola. I love the last single from Vola. So I think that this new wave of prog metal can bring a lot of fans to the genre.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I do agree. I feel like if it's done well, it can be catchy.
Yeah.
I feel like people forget that. Like
Yeah.
some people might be really technical and just make like really awesome song that just kind of shows how technical they can be. But then all the top progressive bands focus it and make, you know, like Amless's leaders, like, you know, they don't even have vocals and they have plenty of hooks, even though some of their stuff is insane. And I'm not a guitarist, so I don't know what the hell's happening. I'm just like, wow, that's awesome. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I
Periphery,
think that,
all the contortionists, like you said.
Yeah. Technical songs have to exist. It's not a problem, but I search for the sweet spot. I think we search for the sweet spot.
Yeah,
but it's our thing. It's not that only technical bands don't have to exist. It's not like we are very inspired from musicians from that band. So
Absolutely,
it's taste. It's just taste.
Yeah, I feel like when you're not into it, because I kind of just genuinely like metal, you know, and also just music. So like even when I see really technical stuff, I like it. But I also, when I show it to some friends who just like music for a background, you know, they're not like focused on music. They get like, I don't know, it looks like a dog like near traffic. It's just like, oh, it's just like freaking out. Like it's just like, what's happening? And I'm like, oh no, it's all right, man. They're just playing really fast and really technical.
Yeah, I can like... actually get my girlfriend and my parents to listen to my stuff, so that's great.
Yeah, the biggest fans are there too, right?
The biggest fan.
That's what I say about my mom whenever she listens to my show. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
Shout out to Chris, Mom.
Thanks, man. So just speaking about the album too, you guys had it clock in at like 32 minutes. Is that something that was like intentional? Did you guys want to keep it like under 40 and 50? Or is it just like, you know, you just wrote as much and that was it?
Yeah, it is. But probably for the next album, we're going to make a bigger album.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the main focus of this album was let's do it and publish it. Because exactly. We wanted to get a feeling about how it will go and stuff like that. And we wanted to progress to the next stage as fast as we can. So we did a short album that I don't think is a bad idea, because it's easy to listen. And I think that it flows really well. So for the first album, that's a good thing to have. If a new fan, a new person that doesn't know you sees that the album is short, I think that it's a good thing to give a first listen to it.
You said it kind of flowed. Like I agree with that 100%. When I was listening to the album, like, because I usually what I do is I put an album on and then sometimes I do things or whatever it may be. I noticed that I was like, wait, did a song end or start? Because it kind of just went to the next track, you know? Is that that was definitely something that was intentional, right?
Yeah. We have a couple of breakpoints, like from Back and Forth to Talk to Me Dragonfly.
But also with Facing the Deep after Talk to Me Dragonfly.
Yeah, Facing the Deep and Debris are really connected. I think that Facing the Deep can be seen as an intro because it is in the same key.
It's like an intro for Debris, and then also is a big breath after Talk to Me Dragonfly. It's really wild and chaotic, and after Talk to Me Dragonfly, I need to put something for breathe and okay, now relax.
With the album and with the live shows, we tried to do a curve from the energy of the songs to go up and go down and go up and go down.
Exactly.
Man, you guys are super wise about that, because that's like what people forget, man, when they make music or any kind of art or a media, any kind of movies. It's like they forget that people can't be at 100 all day.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just like if it's 100% progressive 100% of the time, even people that are fans of it, your brain's going to fry out. You're like, oh, even like I go to heavier concerts. I like deathcore. I like breakdowns. But if it's like, I went to Summer Slaughter one year and it was just a year with no progressive. It was just hard all the way through. And I love the bands, but I'm not going to lie, dude. After 5 hours of brutality in my face, I was exhausted. I was like, dude. Like one of my favorite bands is up on stage and I'm exhausted. And it's just like, with the spacing and the timing, like I really think you guys did a good job with that. Specifically like that, like Facing the Deep, I didn't even realize was an interlude until I like looked at the song and I wrote little notes about each song and I was like, wait, this is like 2 songs of what after Dragonfly, like what happened? And I went back and I realized it was very airy and kind of spaced it out. I thought it was a really cool idea.
The interesting thing about Facing the Deep is that it's composed by me and our singer Gabriele, and is one take recorded, put it on the album, and it's a gem. Nice. It's a gem. We invent the stuff at the moment, track it, and put it on the album.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
I feel like that's great because I feel like with interludes too, some people have really good interludes, right? And you're like, man, did you have to take that away from a song? I feel like a lot of people might think like that. You're taking material, but with that, it was just like nothing's taken away from any song. You just kind of made it great at the bat. See ya, you're done. It's like, that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. So we have another little segment on the show called the 3 Random Silly Questions. You ready to take part in this?
Yeah.
All right. So question number 1, I thought this was pretty fun because I was actually talking about this with my family the other day. What specific moment made you feel old?
Made you feel old? Okay, old. Okay, this year I will be 26, and 26 is nearer to 30. And more is far away from 20. So, I don't know, 10 years ago, I was in the school, I was 16. I remember my 16. It's cool because when you are 16, you want to do everything. You feel, okay, now I'm an adult. No, you're not an adult. And now I'm 26, I start to be an adult, but okay, 10 years ago, I was 16. I'm old. No.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Because we were talking about, here in the U.S., you have to be 21 years old to have alcohol. So when you get your license checked, we were joking that like you don't even have to look at the date. If you just see 1990 or whatever, like if you just see that, you automatically know. And in my head, I was like, wow, that sucks. I'm in that age range now. We were just joking about that because before I used to look for like anyone in the 80s or 70s when I used to check ID at a store too. So this is funny how that comes around,
Yeah.
Sadly, they just look at my face now. They don't even look at my ID. So they're like, you can drink. Like, damn it.
Oh man.
I don't get.
What were you guys saying?
That I don't get that emotion because in everything I do, I'm always the youngest one. I started to work early because I didn't do university. I'm going to do it, but I didn't do it the first time. So in every team, I do IT stuff. I develop programming, engineering, stuff like that. So it's
nice.
all like I have a project manager that is 30, 35 years old. some colleagues that are 28, 29. I'm here 20, 23 years. So I'm always the mascot of the group. I don't know. And also in the band, I think that me and Gabriele are the youngest one, right?
Anche Enrico.
Enrico,
Also
yeah.
Enrico.
We are 23 years. Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
24.
24 May. Me May, and Enrico is already 24. And Albi?
Alberto is from the 94.
94.
He's
okay.
1 year older than me.
Okay. So I'm still one of the youngest here.
You're making me feel old right now. I'm 92, you know. I'm 28 right now, so there you go. I found another one too. Someone's like, you know, you're old when you sneeze and you throw your back out. You know, you get back pain from a sneeze.
Oh, dude. Well, if you don't like, I don't know if you guys like play video games, but I know if you don't want to feel old, don't play video games. I learned that the hard way. Playing a video game, someone said a reference. I was like, oh, this. And then they're like, man, that's like from my generation. And I'm like, what's your generation? And I think I was like 24 at the time. And I guess this guy had a deep voice. He was like 14, 15. And he was like, oh, this is like 2004 when he was born. And I was just like, dude, he's like, what? When were you born? 1994. He's like, bro, you're old. I'm like, no. I was like, I'm not old. Like, I'm like 24 at the time or something. I forgot what I was. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like these people, man. Someone 19, they'll just call you old, even if you're 22 or something. It's like, dude, you're almost dead. And I'm like, are you insane?
Oh man. Actually, funny, you know, we just had the band Hammerhead on, and there are 3 brothers, and the oldest brother's 19, then it's 17, Eli, and 14 is Abe, right? So they're very, very young. So they were talking about the band Mastodon, and he said the first song he heard by them was Show Yourself, which is like new Mastodon, you know? So like in my head, I'm like, wow, to me, like when I first got into Mastodon, I was like Wolf is Loose and Megalodon and like, you know, Iron Tusk and all that stuff. And that made me feel old too. It's like, wow, different generations of metalheads right here.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, wow, I can't even I forget people are getting into Mastodon still. I thought Mastodon just kind of like all a bunch of old bearded dudes. Just like that was like the whole fan base. It's like, oh no, these kids saw them and they're like, they're awesome. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Question number 2. This one's a bit of a fun one. I thought of this last night when I was trying to make coffee. What's something that hasn't been invented yet, but should have been by now?
Hasn't been invented yet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it is, right? It makes you think. Well, because I'll tell you like how I got this while you guys think of an answer. I was making coffee the other day, and I was just waiting, and I was looking at my phone, and my phone battery kept dying. And I was like, how do they not invent a battery that just lasts for a very, very long time? You know, like I know like new phones, the new software dies down, the batteries like die too with it. And I know there's that conspiracy too that they do that on purpose, so you have to keep buying a new phone. But just in my head, I was like, how's no one invented a battery that lasts a lot longer for your phones?
And that's strange because I think that they discovered the graphene about 10 years ago, and they didn't put it on the phone. I don't know why, but I think that the graphene solves that problem. I don't know why they are not using it, but okay. Let me think.
It's really hard, this question.
Jesse, do you have one while they think of an answer?
Is this what Elon Musk feels like? You just thinking stuff
every day. I was thinking about
this. Is hard. No, well, with the phone thing though, I will say they have invented batteries that could do it. They just want a sleek phone. So they're like, all right, you want a pretty phone? You're going to get a battery that lasts about 4 hours. So it's like, which one do you want? I'm kind of like, I would carry around a brick. I don't care. Like, make it last all damn day. It's easy.
But going back to that too,
laptops, they're like,
No, I was just saying, go back to that too.
Oh,
it's like we can't make a thinner, more powerful battery. Like you see how these phones are like, dude, these phones are like better than any computer we had for a while, you know? Like, I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe a time machine for drinking the... Maybe a time machine for drinking the last beer on the fridge, and you go back to the past again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How we not some time travel yet? Right, let's go, guys. Let's go, scientists.
Just 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds. Just beep and just go right back
Only
to
5
steal the
seconds.
last thing away. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
There you
kinda-
go.
Yeah,
that'd be kinda
sometimes
gangster.
I think that I would like to forget about some stuff to leave it again, like some movies on some games that struck me. I don't know, that changed my life. I think I want to change my life again with that movie and that game.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
it.
Every damn year. Every year I go, why do I have to know what happened at the end of this? I want to watch it again. It's just not the same. Oh, I just assume there's going to be some form of brain cancer involved with that, though, if they start erasing memories and stuff. So I'm like, do I risk it to see Endgame again? Maybe. To hear Ashes of the Wake by Lamb of God again? Maybe. These are things.
Okay, final question.
Oh,
If you had a third ear, where would you put it?
On the neck here.
It's like, I can't hear you.
On my head, probably.
Yeah.
Here.
On top?
Like the
right down
third
the
eye.
center.
Like the third eye, but it's just an ear?
It's an ear, yeah.
Yeah.
I would, because I have kind of longer hair right now. I'd put it behind my head so I can hear when people are talking behind my back.
Yeah. Maybe an eye behind your head would be awesome.
Yeah, hear at all angles.
I think someone's got to be the child here. I think someone's got to be a child here. I'd put it on my butt just to hear my farts better. There we go. All right, this is the interview.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
We did warn you that this is the random silly question segment.
Yeah.
So it did get weird. All right. This is kind of like a bonus round. Where would you put if you had a third arm?
I do.
So we have to maintain symmetry. So I can't put it on the knee because we have an arm on one leg and not on the other one. So I think in the center of the chest, like
Chest
here.
right out.
Yeah. So you can slap people like this.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
The one I
just
thought of
fold
too.
it, make it look like it's cleavage somehow, and it just comes out. Just slap them right out of the clip. It's like a titty slap. Wham!
Yeah, we have to invent an end with two. How do you say this finger in English? I don't remember how it's called.
Thumb.
Oh, the thumb?
With two
the
thumbs.
thumb.
Yeah.
It's in the center. It can be left or right. It both ways. So you need two thumbs.
That's awesome.
Six fingers.
Yeah.
Slap. Slap.
Oh man. All right. So that was
That's awesome.
the random silly question segment. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We had fun with that. What's some upcoming plans for Benthos? Do you guys have some? I don't know how Italy is. Can you guys play shows yet?
No,
unfortunately, we're working on an European tour, but don't know.
Can you guys leave the country at all? Until, like, is it strict like that? How? What's?
No.
At the moment,
At
no.
the moment, no.
no.
It's,
Okay.
Everything is blocked here.
I think that there will be a medical passport with the vaccines and stuff like that, or the tests. How do you say tampons? The one that you put in your nose. How do you say it in English?
Oh, the test, right? The rapid test.
Yeah, the test. Okay. So
Yeah,
if you do a test in I think the last 48, 24 hours, you can exit stuff like that. They are doing it with public events like stadiums and venues. So I think that it will be the solution also for traveling stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard there's a crazy Madison Square Garden in New York City. They had the Knicks play there. My friend went, and he said to get into the venue was crazy. Like you had to take a test, then you had to go. It had to show up on your app. Then you had if you were vaccinated too, you got to show that. Then you got to wait on a line, and then when you get to the guy has to like look at the app on your phone and scan it, saying that you just passed the rapid test that you just took. And then when you get there, everyone is really spread out. And I was like, wow, New York City right there, making it really hard to go to the basketball game. Like, they're really strict about it. And I was like, that's what you got to do right now, I guess.
Yeah, but it's better like that don't do anything like here in this moment. And we could do it with technology. I worked on that. I worked on social distancing and contact tracing in my previous job. But in Italy, it's really hard to start startups and ideas like this, or maybe the one that London and the UK did with also apps and stuff like that for public, the metro. How do you say public? I don't remember.
Train?
Yeah, public trains, public traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow Christina from Lacuna Coil, and I'm pretty sure she's from Milan too, and she gives like quarantine updates about what's going on and stuff. So that's my only insight into the Italy lockdown and all that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at the moment, we are in a yellow zone, so we can go out and go to the pub, eating the food, but
it's why I'm here and not on the other Zoom user.
But unfortunately, we can't go outside Milan, outside our
region. We have small regions compared to United States.
We can go into Rome, so
gotcha.
Only the hinterland of Milan.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. So do you guys think that the tours, like, do you have like a tour booked almost, but you just can't announce it because of the restrictions and all that?
We are actually waiting to organize it because everything changes every day.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
We have some ideas of where we can go, but not when and not if we can. Also, Italy lost some venues during the quarantine.
Yes, of course.
Venues closed forever, so
that's a bummer.
Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of that over here in America.
Mm.
People don't think of like how much they enjoy music or art until like,
It's
at least over here in the US, everyone loves it. But when it goes away, they're like, I didn't want to buy an album or a t-shirt. Why did my favorite band go away? I don't know why. They just didn't get money. It's crazy. It's just like they're just confused.
How it works,
buy the stupid CD. Yeah, it's like literally, like if you like it even a little bit, spend $10. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
I have a question about that too. I know places like I think Norway or maybe Denmark, and like I definitely know Sweden. The government helps out with bands and stuff like that. They actually you could like. What about Italy? Is that the same?
No.
Yeah,
but
it's Italy and music.
Italy and music, exactly. But it's really from our culture. Music, it's not important for Italians.
We lost it a couple of decades ago, I think.
Yeah.
We lost it during these years.
The most important stuff is the music inside the televisions, so the TV shows, so the majority probably. But for a small band like us, no one thinks.
We also got the question like, it was your objective to go international. It wasn't our objective. It's our only way to survive. To go international.
I gotcha. Are you guys saying
to emerge in Italy? Yeah, it's really difficult for a band, especially for this kind of music, because in Italy, probably the most I don't know, the trap music is on the top. Trap music or indie rock stuff, Italian indie rock, but the metal stuff is really underrated. You can imagine progressive metal is more underrated than the metal. So really difficult to emerge, really. We have Flash God Apocalypse and the Lacuna Coil, yes, but 2 bands.
2 very good bands, but maybe you guys will get there too. Like you guys with this album, I'll drop it again. It's called 2 on Eclipse Records. You guys are definitely, I could see you guys heading up there too.
We hope.
We hope.
Especially just being a different genre too. It's like, if you were like a second Lacuna Coil or a second Flesh God Apocalypse, it'd be hard. But like being separated, so different from their sounds.
Yeah.
I feel like that really goes in your favor. It's awesome. And also real quick, because in Italy, you know, I'm not cultured at all. I barely traveled a few states in America. So I can't really say this, but I'm going to say this from someone that said in Italy, two things that are very important is like maybe like art, like painting, art like that, and food. Does the government care about that and like helped out any art and food like within the country, or, you know?
Yeah,
like not music, obviously. Is that true?
yeah, for art, we have a lot of free museums, and also the paid museums sometimes they do free entrance, and they are cheaper for how can you say, adolescents, younger people until I think 25,
under
30,
25 it's
yeah.
free.
Gotcha.
Almost free or free, yeah.
That's interesting.
So you can see the best art of all time in the world, gratis, free. Sorry, I said it in Italian. Yeah, free.
That's actually super interesting. I'm guessing the 25 is to get you in young, so you learn about the history and the culture.
Yeah.
You know?
They do it.
We definitely don't do that in America.
They do it because young people usually don't care about all the art we have here, and it's really a bummer because we really have some of the most precious stuff in the world of all time in this small nation all together.
Yep.
So.
But I think the last generation is really interested about this stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I saw a good reprise.
We hope
in the last years.
I think that is dying right now in Italy are cinemas. They are really not used. People don't say Saturday I want to go to see a movie like we did some years ago. They don't do it, so they are closing right now.
Even now too, with the lockdown and everything like that. I don't remember the last time we went to a theater, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time you can just watch it on like HBO Max or something now.
Yes.
Yeah, it was strange. My last movie the last movie that I saw it was last year. Tenet from Christopher Nolan. But I remember
Tenet.
Tenet.
Yeah, actually that's the last one I saw too. I was wearing a mask the whole time. It was weird.
Yeah, with the mask. It was really strange.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. That was last year.
Yeah,
man.
I think maybe the Spider-Man movie was for me, dude. I guess I'm just an uncultured swine. Saw a superhero movie. Yeah.
There you go. Superhero movies. Well, guys, this is great to chat with you. I really appreciate it, taking the time out of your day to call us. You know, it was really fun picking your brain, and you're always welcome back here on the podcast and the radio show as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot. Really, thank you guys.
Yeah, when you guys come out with
I really appreciate it. You enjoy the music. Come on. Really. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. I've been spinning you guys nonstop on the show. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hope to meet you one day.
All right, guys.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, whenever you're in Jersey or when we're in Italy, maybe it'll happen, right? Sooner than later.
Yeah, one day I'll travel. Yeah, one day I'll travel and actually learn about the world and stop being a caveman. And when that day comes, I'll say, "What's up?" I'll stop by.
There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. This was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thanks a lot.
And welcome back to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience podcast. Right now, your host, Chris. We got my boy, Jesse. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? How's it going, guys? You, single person.
No, man, we have thousands of listeners. Yeah. We talked about that in the last podcast. Thousands of listeners. But anyway, you're in a brand new room right now. I'm talking to Benthos. I like the setup, bro.
Yeah, it's my stuff now. I claimed it. It's all mine.
I like how when
I have left and right-handed guitars and basses, so I can.
While you were talking about talking on the podcast and whatnot, I just kept seeing the box behind you that says "Think" the whole time. And there was one time you moved your head kind of towards it, and it kind of looked like the box was like the bubble, like "Think" or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, Benthos, man, they were awesome.
Actually, that's my. Chris, actually, that's my conspiracy theory message. Yes, stop believing the narrative. Think for yourself. That's my flat earther claim right there. That's my secret message hidden to the government, the shadow government. Hope I don't get you taken off the internet for exposing the truth.
Right, now we're banned.
Do your producer
now
stuff.
This episode of Benthos is no longer around.
It's so funny. It's like, does Italy even exist? Just think about that. Think. No, so dumb.
Anyway, Benthos, awesome guys right there. They put out a brand new album, 2 debut record with Eclipse Records. So check it out. You can find it on their pages, all their social media. You can find it on their website as well. And Eclipse Records has all the bundles available too. They actually have a nice vinyl, if I remember correctly. So check it out. And it's on all streaming platforms. So check it out. It sounds like, if you don't know the band, but you watch this entire interview, they sound like Between the Buried and Me and Contortionist and Stellar Circuits. And I don't know, who else would you say, Jess?
It's tough. I definitely agree with those ones. I was trying to think. I don't think they may or may not be influenced, but you know, it kind of reminded me of the original Vilhajarta singer a little bit.
Oh,
back in like 2008. That was like when they had an EP. So, but you know,
didn't think of that.
Obviously, right. I was, yeah, that because also that guy was a banger, bro. Like, banger. Dude, I was so happy to find that song. Is not even. I don't think the song might be online now, but luckily I found it on a whole hard drive back when I actually had music.
And I think they put out a new song recently too. That band.
Yeah, no, they're doing stuff, but they do like a lot of those older bands. They'll do things where they remove older songs to show their newer ones, which pisses me off. Like I get it. Like you want your brand to be a thing, but it's like sometimes those songs are great. Like I don't care if it's not your identity anymore. I'm not one of those people that gets mad. I'm like, give me everything. I want crappy demos. If I like it, I want to listen to it.
Well, if you look up,
they were great, and I think,
No, I was saying, if you just look up online on their bio, they said sounds like Periphery, Between the Buried and Me, Tesseract, Skith, and Meshuggah. So check out Benthos if you haven't.
Yeah. I what I like about them, though, just to say this quickly, what I like about them, though, which was really interesting, I kind of appreciate the shorter album because I think the trope with progressive music in general, not even just metal, is usually it is a longer song. And I know I don't have a problem with that. But thinking of it from people that may or may not be huge into this genre, just like it in passing, that's a huge step up. When you fit all that progressive stuff in there, it's like, you know, it's like a short boxing fight for a professional boxer. Now you don't have to pace yourself. You know, you can get all your cool points in and you're not overwhelming them. Even if they didn't even have that interlude, like they said they had interludes to space out the album. Even if they didn't have that, I feel like the album would still be good because you're only clocking in at 30 minutes. That's almost punk time. You're coming in a little bit above hardcore and punk time, which is usually like 20, 25 minutes. So it's like for a progressive album, that's pretty nutty. Between the Buried and Me had an hour-long EP almost. No, they had an EP that was 3 songs that was the same length as this album. And all their albums are almost over an hour. Usually over an hour. So it's like, you know, to get a lot of cool things, a lot of progressive stuff. I thought the rhythms, like I said, I thought the vocal rhythms. Actually, I love the rhythms of the whole band, and I thought they really shined. Each section had their own shining part, and within 30 minutes, I feel like that's a really good introduction.
Yeah, well said, man.
So I think that's actually benefited them.
You know, no, definitely well said. I mean, that definitely makes sense too. When you put a progressive album against like Between the Buried and Me, and they're clocking at 32 minutes, it does make a lot of sense. So make sure you guys check out Benthos album 2, Eclipse Records, out, available now. And check out our channels as well. We do more than just this podcast. Jesse does a whole reaction channel. He reacts to YouTube videos, and he plays drums all the time too. So Jess, tell us about that.
Yeah. I am playing a lot more drums recently, so I'm getting ready to release some covers. I'm probably gonna stop saying that until I actually do it. But I will say what I'm doing this after
probably
this
the third or
interview
fourth
this weekend.
podcast you said that.
Yeah, I don't follow through. Look at my body. Look at my face. I literally haven't done anything I've ever said I was gonna do. So maybe wait and just follow, hit the bell, subscribe, and you'll see when I do it. But I will say this for sure: I'm doing this. I said I was going to do this. The album, I haven't listened to it yet, which is freaking killing me. I'm going to react to the entire Gojer album, and I'm going to release it over the course of next week because I want to react to it. And I was away from
ending
it.
this
I was going to do it
podcast
yesterday,
right now.
but Yeah, because I want to get home so I can listen to it. It kills me, dude. I wanted to listen to it so bad. I was so bored at work, and I was like, oh, that brand new album I could listen to. I can't because I want to react to it.
Your next car ride.
So
put the camera up like they do.
React to it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Put the camera up like they do. I've seen YouTubers do that. I've seen people have done that and just react to it while in the car. So you can yell traffic and about the song.
It'd be so janky. That would be funny. Also, I could film myself live getting plowed through the Throgs Neck Bridge. So I guess that'd be cool too. You know, for views. My last video, just me flying into the Long Island Sound. Just fly.
Guys, well, this is a pleasure. Awesome. Check out my radio show Tuesday nights 7 to 10 on WMSC. You hear me and Rob talk, and this is also on all streaming platforms, so you can hear us on Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all the major ones you can hear us on. So until next time, my friends, keep it real.